guys, this is future Lisa. We're on the 15th of September. Anybody that watches my channel will probably know I lost my mum on the 7th of September. Obviously the vlogs for the next 2 weeks, my mum was still with us. I hadn't edited these yet. I haven't put them together yet. I've been toying back and forth with whether I should even actually put these 2 weeks up, especially the last day of the second week. It's the day we lost my mum. And I've decided that I am going to edit the vlogs. I am going to use them. It's important, you know, to say that life is not always rosy. I've always intended these to be an accurate depiction of life and my life, and it would be a disservice to my mum to just like whitewash her passing like it didn't happen, because it's difficult and it's not particularly viewer friendly. So I don't intend to do her that disservice. So the next couple of weeks, guys, obviously you'll know where we're at, what happened, so please bear with me over the next 2 weeks with the vlogs that you're going to see. Yeah, obviously aren't depicting how life is right now, but we'll get there. So yeah, on to the vlogs. Good morning and welcome to another weekly vlog. It is Wednesday. Yes, I'm driving the car for a change. Wurzel. It's called Wurzel because the first 3 letters of the number plate are WRZ. In Ireland we have 3 letters and 4 numbers. So WRZ, to remind ourselves, is Wurzel. And I never get to name the car, so I've named this car. It's early, it's raining, and we're going in. My mum has a neurology appointment today. It's ridiculous they can't give you appointments in the morning when you've got someone as ill as my mum, with the difficulties getting up. Like, well, my Jesus, I struggle getting up, never mind my mum. So it's hammering down, it's really raining. I'm hoping that you can hear me okay, because this is further away than the other one was, as you can probably see from this. There's lying water everywhere. I may have to get one of those mics, those clip-on mics. So we'll see, I'll see when I'm editing. It's going to be crap if you can't hear me, because I almost do all my filming in the car, and I'm sure the rain's not helping matters either. I just discovered last week, this is stupid that I didn't know this, that the front facing camera on an iPhone is better quality than the rear facing one. I thought they were the same. Alright, well I didn't know that. So I always film you on the rear facing, so when I'm not in a hurry and I've got a bit more time, I'll start trying to film you the other way around, and it'll be a better quality picture. Not that you need to see me in better quality, looking haggard. I still daren't put my contacts in. I just don't feel confident at the minute with them. I've finished the course of eye stuff and I'm putting in the dry eye stuff now, but I still feel that this eye is not 100%. No, we're only supposed to take it for 5 days, but I took it for a week. She says just do it for the rest of the week. I don't think you're supposed to it's quite strong stuff. Nothing really happening earlier this week, which is why I didn't film. I took Kira and Sophie to Home Bargains yesterday. Exciting stuff. She's going out today. It would usually be the day I take her out, but because obviously my eye, and she didn't know when I'd be able to drive again, someone, her mother-in-law, is taking her and the wee girl next door out this afternoon. So
that's why you got the treat.
We just got the treat of Home Bargains yesterday.
Really? They'll look down.
Yeah. just sat in the house. My sciatica's kicked off again, which is wonderful. It's not too bad today. It's there, but it's not excruciating like it was. I read an article on some medical thing the other day that said sciatica pain is worse than childbirth. I don't know that I'd agree with that. But then, if it was there all the time, I remember once having sciatica for 10 weeks, and it was the most miserable 10 weeks. It was awful. I had to get up every hour in work and go and walk around the block. If you're in America and think, oh Jesus, you've got a nice work that let you do that. A block here is not what a block is in America. It's just round the building, I suppose was what I mean. So it only took like 2 minutes maximum from being away from my desk, because I couldn't even sit. It was so painful. But obviously you can't stand all day, and it's still sore when you stand. It's just when you sit, it's particularly bad. And I'd known other people that got referred to physios. I went to the doctor 3 times in that 10 weeks, and every time I went, he'd give me a posture leaflet. And the 3rd time I got so cross, I says, well, you've given me that last 2 times. And I said, I have people I know that have this, and it takes a lot for me to do this. I said that I've been prescribed strong painkillers, and when I said strong, I mean prescription painkillers, and that have been sent to physio. Oh, well, we don't do that until you've had it for 12 weeks. Now, that's 3 months of excruciating pain before they'll even look at it. It went away after 10 weeks, so my body's taking a piss out of me. Because physio might well have helped the issue that my sciatica has been flaring up for years and years, and I don't know why. I know a lot of people with fibro that have it, that have bad sciatica, so it's, if you don't have it, count yourself lucky. It's hideous. It's like if you don't have migraine, count yourself lucky. That's hideous. Monday, yeah, I just stayed. What did I do? Oh, Isaac went to his guitar lesson on Monday. I did a load of paperwork.
We're waiting in for the engineer.
Oh yeah, the engineer again. The boiler's still not right. We have hot water, we can have heat, but there's like an overflow pipe that's constantly leaking into the outside garden. So, or when you put on the water in the bathroom upstairs, it does this weird thing where it chucks out all the hot water. I don't know what's wrong with it, but they still have.
The expansion pipe doesn't stop it overheating, so it continues and throws it all out.
Right. Well, what it's doing, I could not tell you. Well, we've been trying to get it fixed now for going on probably a year and a half. So anyway, I'll switch you off because there's nothing of any more interest to tell you or show you. If there's anything of any interest to the neurologist, I'll let you know, but I can't see it. Last time I went was the MS nurse, which I thought was the neurologist, which my dad told me it was the neurologist, but it was the MS nurse apparently. And that appointment was her complaining the whole way through about budgets and not being able to do this and not being able to do that, and reduced budgets, and how long they used to work and how many hours they used to have and how her hours had been cut, and that was the whole appointment. So how the hell we're going to get my mum in the car without her getting fucking soaked? And because she doesn't have normal understanding of what's going on, etc. All she'll be aware of is I'm cold and I'm getting soaked. You can't really explain. I wonder how you defog the back window, because it's all. Can you see if there's a button?
There is. There should be a button.
Something I discovered yesterday is when you're driving along, and this is really handy for this road, because you've heard me complaining about gobshites overtaking. On the inside on the arm section of the side mirror, this is awful. I can't. Basically, a light comes on when someone's going to be overtaking you. The visibility is, and it's starting to fog up here too. The visibility is really bad. Yeah, when someone goes to overtake you, the light comes on. So if you like had someone say in your blind spot, or if you weren't aware for whatever reason that someone was about to overtake you, the orange light comes on the inside of your mirror. It's like, oh, didn't know about that. So the lying water at the side is so bad. It's right out into the, like, near the white line. So I've got this big lorry type thing in front of me that's alerting me to where they all are, because he's going way out into the middle of the road. Thankfully there hasn't been anything really to talk about coming the other way, so I've been able to go out and avoid them. If you're not a driver and you're not aware, yeah, that was a bit scary, wasn't it?
It's the fact they don't slow down before they hit puddles.
Car coming the other way, going through a massive big amount. I don't mean a wee puddle, I mean a massive amount of water, and if he had have aquaplaned, they'd have been into our lane. So if you go through a big massive amount of water at, you know, at your normal speed, which I'm doing 53 right now, this is a 60 road, basically the car leaves the road and it aquaplanes, which means it drifts.
Especially on one side you can't hit the puddle.
Yeah, so it's a bit scary because this road gets a lot of lying water, with it being a little country road. Country road. Does anybody else will do this? When you're talking and you say something that's the title of a song or the words from a song, do you have to sing it? And if you don't sing it, you just don't feel content in yourself?
You mean like,
because I do.
Heard you air eating the babies.
I am so pleased about that. I thought I was weird. Dave will know. Kelly, ask Dave. When Alice was really little and you would be feeding her, every time she took a chunk of the food, did Kelly go
Big.
a big like
Circle.
copy the thing that the child's doing? Like, apparently I do that. I'm not aware that I do it. Doran thinks it's hilarious. I don't just do it when I used to feed Isaac. I do it when I'm feeding my mum as well. Now, I was watching a vlog of Sue's feeding Dot, it was at the time, and she was really little, and she does exactly the same thing. So it's not just me. So Kelly, ask Dave if you do it. I'm curious. Yeah, right, I'll go now. We're getting into town and the rain has, what's the word? Lessened a bit. Oh God. Oh, I've just missed it.
Go on, it actually goes through.
No, I'm not going through. It's one of those temporary traffic lights, and 2.5 cars went through there when it had gone red, so I wasn't going to do it as well. If I had been late, I would have done it, but I'm not late, so I didn't do it. Right, now we just sit and wait. I have to go to Asda. I've got a bra I need to return. I refuse to go to places like Bravissimo, etc., because they cost too much money. I need a decent bra that fits properly. I don't own any decent bras, but because I've lost weight, pretty much all my bras are too big. So I got one. I had a guess. I've always been wearing like a 40E-ish. I don't know what size. I know I'm probably significantly bigger than E, but that's what supermarkets do, and that's what I was wearing, and some seem to fit absolutely fine. Mega boobas, yeah. So anyway, I bought a 36. Was it an E? 36E, I think. And it's fine round the back. It's quite snug, but that's how it's meant to be, because again, I don't wear them properly. I wear them comfy. You're not really meant to. So it's fine round the back, and it's the same. It's the same cup size, but it's like way too small in the cup size. So I'm like, well, why, when I've lost weight and the back measurement's gone down? I think what I've always been doing is I've been wearing the back too big, and I've been wearing the cup too small. So now I've cut the back down to what it should be. The cup's too small, so I don't know what cup size I am. So I bought a 36E, I think, and it doesn't fit. And I mean, it's nowhere close. It's a minimizer. You'll know what that is if you're a female, because I wanted something for when I have to wear the scout blouse that like makes your bust as small as it can. so that
You
your
don't want to be
button,
that busty scout leader.
so the buttons don't gape in the middle. I was out a massive £12, the heady heights of £12 for a bra. I know a decent bra costs like
That's £6 a booby.
40 odd quid or something, and I know I should have a decent one, but if it does the job and it's a quarter of the price, why would I spend 40 quid on a bra, really? It's the other thing, why is women's knickers more expensive than men's? Don't get it. Why is a woman's haircut more expensive than a man's, even if that woman has short hair? As a matter of fact, it's more work to cut. I'm sure it is. Suze will tell me this. It's more work, I would say, to cut Dan's hair, say her husband's, a man with short hair, than it would be to give a woman with really straight, tidy, neat hair a trim. Or am I completely wrong in that? I don't know. But women get screwed over constantly. Everything's more expensive for a woman. Right, and I said I was going to switch it off and I've talked shite the whole way in. Right, I'll turn you off in a
Oh, it's
second.
been interesting. We've talked about biting babies and boobies.
That's very alliterative, isn't it?
It is, yeah, all these. They should advertise that for bras rather than saying, for instance, £22 for a bra. They should say only £11 per boobie.
Look at the bloody recycle bins right behind you.
Yeah. Go on, pack it right in the middle.
No,
Where
I'm
everyone
gonna-
else does.
I don't know why I insist on parking on this side, because it's horrible to get out. Right, I shall now go and get this appointment over with, get my mum into this vehicle. Hopefully she's up. There's a window, yeah, she's up because the blinds are open. Right, I shall catch up with you guys later. Hello guys. Oh, this horrible part of the day. Look at the colour of my face. So, where did I put my nose stood? No idea. There's my air freshener going off for you. Hello guys. It is, I'm going to keep looking at the wrong side. It is Thursday evening. I've barely done any recording this week. So I thought I'll kill two birds with one stone. I have a bruised head. There's no mark, but I can feel it. I banged my head by accident on my mum's chair when I was in, trying to work at the foot plate, which has slipped into a really bad position. So every time I'm in, I seem to be doing some sort of, look at that, some sort of work on it. So today I had a day of complete rest, other than I did quite a bit of paperwork for Scouts, but obviously that's not physical. There were 3 Scouts details we had been given that were coming up from Cubs, and today Francis sent me a further 6, so we have 9 new Scouts starting. And after me spending ages last week going over all of the paperwork, adding their details in, printing out aforementioned paperwork, attendance registers, badge reports, they add these 6. And I have to do the whole thing over again. Right, that's the old face wash. Polishing a turd, guys. I think the aging has taken place. I noticed, I probably mentioned this before, since I turned about 45, the aging has kicked off, probably from about 40, but 45 definitely, when the jowls started and the forehead wrinkles got more pronounced. I think I always looked younger than my age through my 30s, but as I'm approaching 50 very quickly, I shall be 50 in December, age has most definitely caught up with me. But to be fair, my skincare routine is non-existent. I was quite good when a friend was doing the Body Shop, but I can't really afford to buy so much stuff now because of Isaac and his different different things. I was working it out the other day. In the last month and for next month, I paid 300 quid for his trip to Auchinleck. I paid 30 for his Duke of Edinburgh expedition. I paid 60 for bits that you had to get to go on it, so that's 390. The membership fee is due in September, that's another 80 minimum, so that's 270. Where am I at? No, 470. The first week back is a overnight which costs 40 quid, so that's 510. It's just, and I can't even tell you how much stuff I had to buy for him to go to Auchinleck. You're talking about 500 quid just for being in Scouts in the last month and next month, which is just ridiculous if you ask me. I am skint, well and truly. So skincare routine really goes out the window. I've got to an age where when my dad says, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, get me a good moisturiser. He usually gives me cash, but he likes to buy something to wrap. Skincare, I mean, I need as much help as I can get. So today I just did a lot of paperwork to sort all that stuff out. Isaac had jiu-jitsu. I felt quite nauseous on and off all day today. I don't know what's going on with that. But I really needed a rest. I actually was woken by my alarm today at 12 noon. That's an alarm I set in case I oversleep. I very rarely need to use it because I'm usually awake before then. But like I've said before, in the morning is when I deal with the most amount of pain. It's particularly bad first thing because I've been lying still all night or lying in one position. I'm like the Tin Man. I really struggle. I'm exhausted. But the alarm woke me out of sleep at 12, which is almost unheard of. So I haven't done anything today. Tomorrow I need to go up to Asda to replace the bra I bought that doesn't fit. And I would imagine Isaac will probably plan something for Saturday with someone or other. My mum's again on Sunday. Next week, I didn't tell you about the neurologist visit. The neurologist was quite shocked to see how badly progressed my mum was. She wants to take bloods and urine. She took the urine, well, the nurse did, but they couldn't. 2 nurses tried approximately 6 times. They couldn't get any blood from her. They said she was too dehydrated because it was first thing for her. She was just up. She probably even hadn't had a whole drink. She really struggles. The carers have to get her up first thing when they're there, which is too early for my mum and her health. But she basically agrees it's probably a new baseline. She is going to try and see if she can arrange an MRI to make sure there aren't any changes to the brain, which could be MS related. But she said the last 2 scans my mum had, there were no changes, which I remember. So she definitely was very interested, was listening. She's offered for my mum to be on steroids for 5 days. She said if it is MS related, there will be a change. If this is the new norm and it is dementia, which MS progression does basically present as dementia, which is what's basically presenting at the moment. But she needs to get those bloods back before my mum can start the steroids. But they couldn't get blood, so they wanted her to come back. Now Darren phoned and spoke to someone, and thankfully they're going to arrange for someone to come out and take the bloods because it took so much out of my mum going up there. We were an hour late into the appointment, and then them trying to stick needles in her to get blood, which they couldn't manage. She's just not in a good way. My dad, I don't feel is taking his blood pressure medication. He said he is. I don't think he is. Now he can't bend forward to wash his hair or anything without almost falling. He's got no balance. He can't do things like hang things out in washing lines or take things in, even though he will stubbornly try to. I don't think he's taking the medication, but I've done everything I can do at this point. I can't do any more. I just have to get on with it, so to speak. Preparations are well underway for the Scouts to start back in a couple of weeks. Our first week back is raft building, and all of the people have to fill out a membership form, and I am not sure how that's going to work when we're outside. We're not even inside for the first week. It's, all of these people, 26 people showing up all at once, having to fill out forms, to me isn't going to work, but who am I to argue? I would not have arranged a night out of the hall for the first night back. The first night would have been in the hall, get all the paperwork sorted, introduce everyone to each other, the new Scouts in their patrols, I set them out in their different patrols today, so I've got all that paperwork done. Oh look, this is my new jammies. They're super cute. They're really, really soft. They were a bargain I got them in Home Bargains. I can't remember exactly how much they were, but they were cheap. But they're so comfortable. And they're a size 16, and they fit, and they're like, I've got lots of room in them. So you can see lots of room. So I'm dead pleased with that. I was at my dress size now is like a 14 to 16 rather than an 18 to 20, which is good. But my weight's basically stopped where it is. I think it is my natural weight. I'm not going to lose any more weight. I do have to get back to exercise, which I haven't been doing because I haven't had time. I've had too much on. And there just seems to be, between Isaac's things I have to do myself, stuff for Scouts, stuff for my parents and my mum. I haven't had a spare fucking minute. So yeah, that's what I've been doing that for all today basically. I will check in with you when I'm next doing something, which Christ only knows when that will be. At the moment, I'm so washed out and tired and sore that I'm not doing much of anything, to be fair. But yeah, I shall check back in with you at some stage, probably over the weekend. Hello, it is Saturday evening. I'm in the gym jams. I've been in the gym jams all day, to be honest with you. I have lost so much hair since I've lost weight. It's a side effect of, I think, losing too much weight and your body's going, eh. I used to think my body went through shedding. You probably, if you know me long enough, you'll know I had this before, where I was really worried about the amount of hair I was losing. And I thought it was like a summer thing. But when I think back, I lost weight for my wedding, and I lost weight both times when I went to Florida. Each time you're talking about 3 stone, and that probably coincided. I never realised that weight loss made your hair fall out. My hairdresser told me. But I'm on 4 stone now, and I'm hoping I can stay there, because I don't want to, I'm not a naturally skinny person. I'm never going to be skinny, but I want to be at a weight I can maintain that's healthier. My blood pressure's fallen in the middle of healthy now, which I'm so pleased with, because it was always on the high side of normal. Now it's right in the middle of healthy. So yeah, I'm super pleased with that. So yesterday I had a very, very bad fibro flare day, so I was in my pajamas all day yesterday, and today I've been really painful. We've got some stormy weather at the minute, really, it's rained all day today, and that's bad news for my fibro. Next week's a pretty busy week with nothing interesting. I've got a planning meeting with Scouts. I've done tons of admin over the last few days for it. Isaac starts school again on Wednesday. He's got his guitar lesson on Monday. There's stuff all week. Darren has another appointment for a CPAP machine, which he hasn't worn. He tried it for a couple of weeks after he got it, and then he'd stopped using it because he said it gave him headaches, so he's back to snoring the house down. But he has a review for that next week. There's other stuff which I can't remember. I'm going to have to tell Kira and Sophie that I can't do next week, because at the minute there's so much planned. I know I'm going to be exhausted. So anyway, I switched this on to show you. You've seen me buy stuff from these guys before. What prompted me to buy these was the fact I don't have prescription sunglasses. And with the trouble I had with my eye, when I wasn't wearing I'm not wearing contacts still. When I was in the car, I desperately wanted sunglasses, but I couldn't wear them because I had no prescription sunglasses. So I ordered a pair of prescription sunglasses. These guys are really good, really cheap. Vuglam, they come from China, but I'm sorry, I'm not complaining. I've left them downstairs. I've left them downstairs to go in the car. I'll show you them tomorrow. I'll show you the other ones I got. When you bought 1 pair, you got 1 half price, which was dead cheap. So I'll let you see these. Now, these aren't going to look very good until I've got my hair brighter and makeup on. But there's a guy with a channel on YouTube called Movies and Munchies, and he has a pair of these, and I love them. Now, they're a bit bright, be prepared. I just love them. I mean, the side's a bit darker than the front, but I wanted a pair of really, oh my Jesus life. I wanted a pair of really, like if I've got makeup on and this is nice bright orange again, I think it'll look a lot better. They're very bright, but I wanted different glasses, so what can you, I feel a bit like Christopher Biggins, to be honest with you. So these are my socially acceptable, sensible glasses. And these are my like really, this is weird, I've never seen this before. They've got a little bit here that like means they don't move about. You got it on each side. And when you've got your hair back in a ponytail, which is me most of the time at the minute, apart from when I'm going to bed when I give it a brush, it catches on your hair. But yeah, I wanted a pair of green glasses. There were none, you know, that weren't really bright or that weren't, I don't want like khaki green. I wanted a nice bright emerald green, but all they had was like dull khaki green or that like, what did Darren say, it's like glow in the dark neon green, that's what he said. So neon green it was. I mean, look at my ponytail. That, for a person with fine hair, this would probably be about normal, but for me it's certainly not. But I need to, I'll be getting my hair done again in a couple of weeks, topped up, and she's doing this bit, so it'll be nice and bright. My hair looks a lot better when it's straightened, but I don't have the patience, and because so much of it is coming out, the last thing I want to do is give it more reason to fall out, like straightening it. So I just leave it pretty much most of the time at the minute. When I go to bed I try to like put it in a plait or something. That's maybe a bad idea, I don't know. But yeah, so yesterday and today have very strictly been days of rest. I watched, oh, if you haven't seen it yet, there's a documentary on Netflix called Unknown Number. It's something about the high school catfish or something. It's really good, watch it. I watched it a couple of days ago when it first came on, and the conclusion's really shocking. It's like, oh my God. And you'll have 101 questions when it's finished about, oh my God, how is she able to do what she's doing, kind of. I'll not say anything, but it's really good. Tonight we watched, I've started watching the one about Hurricane Katrina. It's 3 episodes. I've watched the first one. It's really good. They've got loads of camcorder footage of people beforehand joking and talking about it from the area. They're going through the whole story from the beginning. The flood defences, which were shit. People not getting out on time. It's really interesting. So there's 2 episodes of that left. I'm sure someone told me, I think Sue's told me that an Irish version of Trader starts on the 31st, which is tomorrow. My dad has RTE. I'm not sure if I can get it or not, but if he has it, why? I'll be checking to see if I can get Traders. And if I can't get RTE, I'll look somewhere for it and get it on the, because I need to see it. But no, I haven't been doing anything of any interest. Like I say, loads of Scouts admin. We have 9 new Scouts starting in a couple of weeks. And the amount of badges I've had to sort is ridiculous because they're coming up with badges they should have been given that they never got. So I have to sort those out. Picking patrol leaders and assistant patrol leaders, asking their parents if they were happy doing it, letting some of them know. Francis had picked a couple of people to go for their Chief Gold Award, which is like it's the highest award you can get as a Scout. And I'm like, well, if these 2 are doing it, I'm making sure these 2, there's another couple of lads that definitely deserve to go through to get it. I just have to put them through some stuff before the end of the year. But their mums were so chuffed when I contacted them today. I said, you know, would your son be willing to be a patrol leader and an assistant patrol leader, the 2 different boys? Oh yeah, they're so chuffed. They're so, you know, thanks for thinking of them. And I said, look, I'm looking at trying to get those 2 through with the 2 that we know are going to be definites for their gold award in January, and they were over the moon. It's like, oh, that is so, you've made us day, so excited. But 2 lovely wee lads that turn up to everything, so fingers crossed I managed to get them through the stuff I need to before the end of the year. I'd imagine it'll be me that has to go with them. Not that I mind, I like that, so I like to see the kids. It's the main reason that I suppose I haven't stepped fully back is I know if I do, the kids aren't going to get the rewards, and all the kids love to get badges and show off their badges and, you know, go home and show their parents their badges. And, you know, the Chief Scout goal's the thing that Isaac went for. You go to meet the Mayor of Belfast, you go to a big presentation in City Hall, which is amazing. You know, it's an awesome accolade for them to get. So I really didn't. I knew if I stepped back, none of the rest of them would have bothered, because, not because they're, well, they're not lazy, but their strengths lie other places. My strengths aren't where theirs are. Like, they're very good at the whole Scout history and knowing sort of like different campsites, how to get to places, how to build rafts, all the knots, you know, all the like actual physical scouting stuff, they're all really good at, whereas I'm good organisation wise and just pulling everything together in an admin sense behind the scenes. That's my strength. So we're playing to each other's strengths at the minute, so I couldn't not have the kids get what they should be having. So I'm going to my bed. I shan't sign you off now. I will sign you off tomorrow and I'll show you my sunglasses in the car. But yeah, I don't have any other news for the moment. I shall speak to you tomorrow to sign you off. Still working out how to work this car. Switched you on to close you off for the week because I was going to show you my glasses.
Spectacles.
Right, these are my new prescription sunglasses. They've got like, it's weird around the outside. I've never actually had prescription sunglasses that I've worn, and they are actually really good. Yeah, everything's like a really dark blue purple, so that's good. I've got those to wear.
That's why I like driving in my prescription sunglasses.
So I'll put them down in there. Bring those other ones out that are ridiculous. The other ones I got before because they were free, and at the time I was wearing really small glasses. You know when you think if you wear smaller glasses it won't be like you're wearing glasses, which just is stupid. So I can take them out of the house. Probably donate them, you know, to one of those like
African charities. And there'll be someone in Africa going, these sunglasses are useless for keeping sun out my eye. They're too bloody small. Nice
Right.
teeth though.
Right, this is too long. Got this chain off somewhere cheap, like for a couple of quid, and you never know what length to get, and I've got way too long. I wanted it like here, and instead it's here, which is no use. Yeah, so just going on to my mum's. Nothing of any note to tell you today. This evening we shall be dyeing Isaac's hair black to get rid of the red for him going back to school next week. And other than that, naught else to tell you. I shall check in with you guys next week. Still working out how to work this car. Switched you on to close you off for the week because I was going to show you my glasses.
Spectacles.
Right, these are my new prescription sunglasses. They've got like, it's weird around the outside. I've never actually had prescription sunglasses that I've worn, and they are actually really good. Yeah, everything's like a really dark blue purple, so that's good. I've got those to wear.
That's why I like driving in my prescription sunglasses.
So I'll put them down in there. Bring those other ones out that are ridiculous. The other ones I got before because they were free, and at the time I was wearing really small glasses. You know when you think if you wear smaller glasses it won't be like you're wearing glasses, which just is stupid. So I can take them out of the house. Probably donate them, you know, to one of those like
African charities. And there'll be someone in Africa going, these sunglasses are useless for keeping sun out my eye. They're too bloody small. Nice
Right.
teeth though.
Right, this is too long. Got this chain off somewhere cheap, like for a couple of quid, and you never know what length to get, and I've got way too long. I wanted it like here, and instead it's here, which is no use. Yeah, so just going on to my mum's, nothing of any note to tell you today. This evening we shall be dyeing Isaac's hair black to get rid of the red from going back to school next week. And other than that, naught else to tell you. I shall check in with you guys next week.